This is the story of a legend forged in the heat of battle, a mind that reshaped history, and a man whose decisions altered the course of the Pacific War. Chester W. Nimitz, Admiral of the Pacific Fleet. This is his legacy. Born in 1885 in Fredericksburg, Texas, Chester Nimitz was destined for greatness. His journey began at the United States Naval Academy, where he excelled in every area, but his true brilliance was yet to be revealed. A young man of few words, he let his actions speak for him. By 1919, Nimitz had mastered submarines, becoming one of the Navy's foremost experts in underwater warfare. He was a silent force, always preparing for a war that was coming, even before others knew it. December 7th, 1941. The unthinkable happens. The Pacific Fleet is crippled in one brutal strike. But where others see disaster, Nimitz saw an opportunity. His calm under pressure would become legendary. Within days, Nimitz was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet. He arrived at Pearl Harbor with a mind made for war. He knew what had to be done. The Japanese believed they had broken the will of the American Navy. Nimitz was about to show them how wrong they were. June 4th, 1942, Midway. Nimitz's greatest gamble. He knew the Japanese were coming for the island. He knew they'd strike hard. But he also knew the strength of their fleet was their weakness. Too spread out, too overconfident. Nimitz set the perfect trap. With limited forces, he outwitted the Japanese fleet, sinking 4 of their carriers and changing the tide of the war. It was a masterstroke of strategy and leadership. Midway wasn't just a battle. It was the beginning of the end for the Empire of Japan. As the war raged on, Nimitz never stopped pushing. He orchestrated every major battle in the Pacific, Guadalcanal, the Solomon Islands, the Philippines, never giving the enemy a moment to breathe. His strategies were swift, decisive, and brutal. He didn't just fight the Japanese forces, he fought time. Nimitz understood the war was won in the heart and mind of every sailor, soldier, and pilot. His leadership inspired loyalty beyond measure. Victory in the Pacific came at a cost, but it came nonetheless. By 1945, the Empire of Japan was defeated. The Pacific Fleet, reborn under Nimitz's leadership, had secured victory, but his legacy goes far beyond the battlefields. Chester Nimitz was more than a war hero. He was a symbol of American resilience, a man whose calm in chaos shaped a generation of leaders. His strategies are studied to this day, his resolve admired by all who understand true leadership. Chester W. Nimitz, a name etched in the annals of history. A legend who changed the world with his mind, his courage, and his indomitable will. His legacy will never fade. It will live on in the heart of every sailor who dares to sail the vast oceans. This is Chester W. Nimitz, a man who turned the tide of war and changed the world.